Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is show you how to assign a Kahoot quiz. And then we'll get into the details of how to actually make the questions a little further on. Okay, so the way you do this, I've got this Kahoot presentation built in. You just hit play, and you can assign things two ways. One is asynchronously. I've never done this, but it should work like a charm. If as you're taking this, you'll see exactly how it transfers over. And you just give them a due date by when they need to complete it. Give them the time of the due date. Question timer, decide if you want it. Again, you set the times as you well. I will show you later that you set the times as you make the questions. Choose to randomize the answer order. Nickname generator. Otherwise, you may just have to have the students sign in with a name that you would recognize. Make sure you tell them that. And if you see a name that doesn't make sense, you could always just ask the class who it is, and you can say create, and it'll go. But for our purposes and the way I use it, I play in real time, so you'll see something that looks like the screen that you looked at right before you got in. Play. Um, I've never done teams, but you could do teams if you wanted, where people could share devices. I play classic. Oh, hang on. I did it too quick. So you can go back and do it again. Uh, teach. You can hit classic, but before you hit classic, right? Don't do what I just did. You get games options. You can personalize the warning. Let them practice difficult questions after a live game. This is a premium feature, so I'll talk about the different pricing plans in a second, and you can see where that falls in. Friendly nickname generator to avoid inappropriate nicknames. Hopefully you don't have a question. I'm always in like 20, 25 person classes, so it's never really an issue. Um, you can show questions and answers on devices. I wouldn't do this if they're able to see the big screen because it can take up a lot of space. I tend to use the original music. The students like it, and so they also recognize it from high school. Um, so I normally will randomize questions. This is actually not one I wasn't aware of because I never used slides before. But if you have slides, apparently you cannot randomize questions because you place the slides strategically. So just be aware of that. Randomized order of answers, I always do that so there's not a pattern to how the answers show up. I do show minimized instructions, so if someone gets kicked off in the middle of class or comes in late, they know how to join. You can do a two-step join in if you want. I've never had to do that. It just makes it a little more secure. Automatically move through questions. See, I don't do that because what I like doing is I will pause in between questions to take questions on some of the content of the previous question, or maybe write some stuff on the whiteboard. It's kind of a interactive experience. And rejoin after every game. That I only do one game, and if you did multiple games, that would be an option. And then you just hit classic, and it starts generating it and loads the screen that you all saw when you started. And there's the music that we all know and love. So I'm going to stop this video now.